When a wish came true. The tale of the flying carpet. Once upon a time, in the days long past, there was a village built high on lush green mountains. These mountains were filled with natural beauty. Clear streams flowed from them, and wildflowers bloomed everywhere, spreading their sweet fragrance through the village. Tall trees, 10 feet high, added to the beauty of the place. Among the people of this village lived a beautiful 22-year-old girl named Chandani. Everyone in the village loved her because she was kind, helpful, and full of love for children. She lived with her mother, Amina, and helped her in every task, cutting wood in the forest, carrying water from the well, and doing house chores. Chandani had a special friend, a parrot named Sonu. He was always with her. Wherever Chandani went, Sonu followed. Although her house was deep in the mountains, she had never seen the full area around her or the world beyond. She would often braid her long hair and decorate it with colorful wildflowers. One day, Chandani and Sonu went into the forest to collect wildflowers. After gathering them, they sat near a green mountain cave. Chandani looked around and said, "Sonu, do you think one day I will be able to see all these beautiful mountains, and even more beautiful places beyond them?" Sonu replied, "Why not? If you truly wish for something with all your heart, anything is possible." Just then, they saw something shining inside the cave. Chandani asked, "Sonu, what is that?" Sonu said, "Could it be treasure, like in the stories we have heard?" Chandani frowned. "This is no time to joke. Let's go inside and check." Sonu hesitated. "But it's already late, and honestly, this cave feels strange." Chandani was stubborn. "I won't be able to sleep without knowing what it is." Sonu sighed, "All right. I know you won't listen anyway. Let's go." They walked into the cave and were shocked to see a beautiful flying carpet made of golden and silver threads, decorated with shining gems on the corners. It sparkled like sunlight, but one corner was stuck under a stone, as if it was trying to free itself. The carpet gently moved one tassel, pointing at the stone, asking for help. Chandani rushed forward and lifted the stone with all her strength. The carpet slid out and joyfully floated around the cave, glowing. Then it bowed in front of Chandani and offered one of its tassels as a sign of friendship. Chandani understood and held the tassel. But both she and Sonu were still in disbelief. "Is this real?" Sonu whispered. "This only happens in stories." Now the magic carpet had become their friend because Chandani could understand it. She asked, "Will you come with me to my home?" The carpet nodded its corners to say yes. Sonu worried. If someone greedy sees it, it could be dangerous for the carpet and for us. Chandani agreed. "But it's already night, and the carpet shines so brightly." The carpet pointed to a white cloth nearby. Chandani understood, wrapped the carpet in it, and they carried it home carefully. They hid the carpet, then went to Amina. Amina asked, "Why are you two so late today?" They made an excuse together, and she said kindly, "All right, go eat and rest now." That night, Chandani couldn't stop thinking about the magical carpet. Early next morning, she and Sonu took it to the forest again. When they unwrapped it, the carpet began to fly. Chandani asked, "Can you show me the world beyond these mountains?" The carpet nodded, came down to the ground, and signaled for her to climb on. She sat carefully, and the carpet soared into the sky, with Sonu flying beside them. At first, Chandani was scared, but then she stretched her arms wide and started to sing.
I fly with dreams upon the sky, over hills and Clouds so high, winds of wonder hold me tight, show me lands of magic light. With every breeze my heart takes flight. I see the world so pure and bright. No walls, no chains, no sorrow deep. Just stars above and peace to keep. My parrot sings, the carpet glides. Together we soar through endless time. I leaving day child home.
From that day onward, every morning Chandani, Sonu, and the carpet would travel to beautiful places and return by sunset. But one day, the carpet took them to a new place, a grand palace in the middle of a breathtaking garden. It looked like the home of a king. The carpet landed gently in the garden. Chandani asked, "What is this place? Do you have a connection to it?" The carpet nodded, but couldn't explain everything. So, Chandani decided to stay for a few days to find out more. She entered the palace as a helper and brought Sonu along. They left the carpet hidden in the garden. One of the palace maids took Chandani to the queen. The queen sat on her royal seat, but her face looked deeply sad. The maid said, "My queen, this girl has come to help clean Prince Gul's room." The queen nodded, stood up herself, and asked Chandani to follow her. She took her to a grand room with a portrait of a handsome young prince. "This is the room of my son," she said softly. "Your only job is to keep it clean." Then the queen quietly left. Later, the maid returned and showed Chandani and Sonu to a small room. "This will be your place to stay," she said. That night, when everyone had gone to sleep, Chandani and Sonu went to the garden and brought the carpet into their room. The next morning, the carpet was missing. Worried, they searched everywhere and found it spread across Prince Gul's royal bed. Chandani rushed to it and whispered, "What are you doing here? Someone might see you." The carpet quickly flew back to their room. As days passed, Chandani noticed something strange. There was sadness all around the palace. The king and queen rarely spoke. The air felt heavy with sorrow. So, Chandani began caring for the queen too, walking with her in the garden and listening to her. Slowly, the queen began to smile again. One day, while sitting on a bench, Chandani gently asked, "Your Majesty, may I ask why you and the king seem so heartbroken?" The queen sighed deeply. She said, "Once, this palace was full of joy, and all because of our son, Prince Gul. But the king's servant, Jafar, knew dark magic. He pretended to be loyal, but wanted to take over the kingdom. When the king discovered this, he banished Jafar. But that same day, our son disappeared. We searched everywhere, but never found him. Since then, sadness lives in this palace." Chandani wiped her tears and said, "Never give up hope. One day, your son will return." The queen smiled and said, "You're a kind girl. I feel something special in you, something rare and pure." That night, as Chandani sat with Sonu in the garden, the carpet flew toward them. She looked at it and said, "I don't understand. Why did you bring us here? What does this have to do with Prince Gul? Then suddenly, her eyes widened. Wait! Are you Prince Gul? Did Jafar turn you into this magic carpet with his spell? As those words left her lips, the carpet began to glow brightly. In moments, it transformed into a handsome young prince standing right before her. Chandani and Sonu were speechless. The prince smiled and said, "Yes, I am Prince Gul. My mother already told you part of the truth. That day, when I left for a walk in the forest near your village, Jafar followed me. To take revenge on my father, he turned me into a carpet with his magic and cursed me, saying I'd stay like that forever unless someone saw my truth without me saying a word. He never believed someone with such a pure heart like yours existed." Prince Gul had tears in his eyes as he hugged Chandani tightly. That night, they went to the king and queen's room. When the king and queen saw their son, they wept with joy and hugged him tightly. Prince Gul told them the whole story and how Chandani had helped him. The king and queen thanked Chandani again and again. The next morning, when Chandani prepared to return home, Prince Gul stopped her. He said, "I want to marry you." Chandani smiled. "Are your parents okay with this?" He laughed. "They've already called your mother. She's here, and she'll live with us from now on." Chandani's heart filled with happiness. Soon, she and Prince Gul were married with great joy and celebration. If you enjoyed the story filled with adventure, love, and magic, then please like and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you'll be the first to see more magical stories like this.